Hi, this is just a quick video to cover the new features in the fmEcommerce Link Shopify Edition version 1.1 that's been released to support the new multi-location inventory features in Shopify. So just a bit of background, Shopify have been making some changes to their APIs and to Shopify itself to allow for inventory to be associated and tracked at multiple locations. Currently you can only set the inventory quantity once for a single product variant. These changes involve some new APIs, specifically the Inventory Item API and the Inventory Level API. Also some changes to the Product and Product Variants API, so basically you're not going to be able to set the inventory quantity through the Product or Product Variants API anymore. You're going to need to use the new Inventory Level API. And this chart shows the changes and how the resources relate to each other. So essentially you have a one-to-one relationship between a single product variant and an inventory item, and an inventory item can then be related to multiple inventory levels, so you can have and track inventory levels for individual inventory items at multiple locations. So let's jump over to my multi-location enabled test store. So I'm just going to go to my settings screen and I go to locations, and you can see that I've got two locations, head office and my Sydney warehouse. So let's jump over to the fmEcommerce link file, and I'll go to my setup screen and I'll go to my new inventory tab, and this is where you'll see all of your locations, inventory items and inventory levels that you've got in FileMaker. Currently I've got nothing here, so I'm going to go and download my locations first, and that's pull down those two locations from Shopify. And you can see if I go into one of those, this is where I'll see any inventory levels that have been set for that particular location. So let's go back to products. I've only got one product at the moment, and I know I've got a few variants. I'm going to go and download this product from Shopify so I can get all my latest information. Specifically the variants, because it's the variants that relate to the inventory items that we need. And you can see it's pulled down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variants. And if we go into one of these variants, you can see here there's this new field, the Shopify Inventory Item ID, and that's the unique ID, and that links a variant to a inventory item using that same inventory item ID. Now you can see I don't have any inventory levels set for this variant, so let's jump over to locations and we'll just download our inventory levels and see what we've currently got. So I'm going to download the inventory levels for the Sydney warehouse, and I'm going to go to my other location, the head office, and I'll download the inventory levels for that. So now if we jump back to products, for example, and go to our variants, back to our small blue, we can see now that there's a total of 41 available across two locations. Now if I wanted to adjust that, I go into, say, the head office location, and this is the inventory level record, and it's basically a join record between a inventory item and a location. So we've got the inventory item ID and the location ID, and they're the two Shopify IDs that we need to update a inventory level. So say I want to edit the stock, I could just change that, say, from 5 to 10, and we'll go set inventory level in Shopify, and that's going to update it in Shopify. Now I could also use this button here to adjust the inventory. That lets you put in a positive number to increase or a negative number to decrease, and I can also click the delete inventory level button if I wanted to wipe out that inventory level record. You always need to have at least one inventory level record in Shopify at any one time. Clicking this set inventory level button lets me create a new inventory level at the same time, whereas the adjust requires the inventory level to already exist. So let's jump back to products, and we'll go back to our variants. So we'll go to our large orange one, and I've got one available in my head office location. So let's say I wanted to add a new inventory level for the Sydney warehouse. So there's a few ways you can do it. I'm just going to go to locations and go to Sydney warehouse. We're going to go create a new inventory level, and we'll go to that new record, and I'm basically going to join this to my product variant or my inventory item record. So I'm going to choose my large orange, and I'm going to say we've got 25 available at this location. So I'm going to say set inventory level in Shopify, and that's been uploaded successfully. So now if I go to products, I've only got one product, so that makes it easy. Go to my variants and go to large orange. You can see here's my stock levels in Shopify. I've got 1 in my head office and 25 in my Sydney warehouse. So that's exactly what we're seeing in FileMaker, and you can always update that as well. So if we went to locations at any time, you can always come in here and download your inventory levels to get the latest information. One other minor change in this version is we've added a new ability to upload and update a product variant independent of its parent product record. So I can push a new product variant or update it, and I can also download a product variant from Shopify, as well as being able to delete a product variant. So that's all set independent of uploading the parent product at the same time. Okay, thanks very much for your time.